Let's talk about Apple haters. I'll be the first to admit that us Apple fanboys can be a little bit cult-like and obsessive, but recently I think the Apple haters have become even worse than the Apple people themselves. People like this that just habitually hate Apple, it's a core part of their personality, just recycle the old arguments over and over and over again. Yes, iPhones and Apple products used to be super expensive and you paid quite a significant premium to own one. That was the case 5 years ago, I'm not gonna argue that. But here we are 5 years later, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, their flagship model, 256 gigs, is $1,200. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, Samsung's flagship model, $1,300. Another argument that I hear a lot that used to be super valid is the value you get out of MacBook. 5 years ago, you used to be able to buy a laptop that's the same specs and performance as a MacBook for like half the price. Again, super valid. But in 2023, the 13-inch MacBook M2 Air will beat out most of the same price competition laptops in performance alone. Never mind the screen and the battery performance and the super sleek build. Yes, a Windows machine will beat it out for gaming specifically. I concede to that, but all other arguments for the MacBook are really hard to beat nowadays. Another argument that people really like hitting is the customizability of Android. Which, yes, Android is a little bit better, but iPhones have come a really long way with their lock screen widgets and home screen widgets. There's a lot more that you could do. Android's definitely still better with custom launchers and blah, blah, but iPhones have come a really long way, and for what 95% of people want in customization, an iPhone's gonna be able to get there. Another thing that people used to complain about a lot is the lack of desktop offerings from Apple, where if you wanted a decent performing desktop, you'd either buy the Pro, which is way too expensive, or the iMac with the screen built in, which again was very valued, but they've listened to that and they've solved it, I think, in a really great way. Where you can now buy the Mac Mini with the M2 chips in it for a pretty reasonable price. Again, price for performance, this is pretty insane. They also brought forward the Mac Studio for more power users. Again, most people don't even know this thing exists. It's a really incredible machine. The M2 Mac Mini is actually one of my favorite products from Apple. Not only is it a direct response from the market and them listening to their user bases, but it's just an incredible machine. I'm not trying to cause beef here. I'm not trying to tell you what to use. Use whatever you want. Use whatever makes you happy. Use whatever suits your needs best. I use primarily Apple, but I have a Windows machine. All I'm saying is people tend to recycle the same old arguments over and over and over again, despite the company actually working to improve those things. Just like, again, I think the Apple haters have become more obnoxious and aggressive in hating Apple than the Apple users themselves being aggressive about using Apple. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe that's just because I use Apple and I see that side of it more, but I don't know. I just thought I'd do this thing because I think Apple's doing a good job solving the problems that they were outlined with. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Do I just... No, that'd be totally ridiculous, right? Right? 5 million likes on this video and I'll do it.